Hi everyone, my name is Talita Tlaka, welcoming you to another episode of The Lands. Today I'm joined by Hermaine Ilunga, who's representing the African Coalition Against Land Grabs. Hermaine, welcome to The Lands.
Thank you for having me, Talita.
It's such an honor to have you. Tell us about Africa Coalition Against Land Grabs. So what is Africa Coalition Against Land Grabs?
Well, the Africa Coalition Against Land Grabs, as you said, it's a coalition, but it was born when we had a conference in 2014 here in South Africa on land grabs.
Mm-hmm.
So the purpose of the conference was to address this issue of land grabs, to discuss it, to find solutions or ways on how we can go forward addressing the issue, because they were becoming, obviously the land grabs were increasing on the continent.
Okay.
So we had a vast number of people there. We had civil society organizations, we had private sector organizations, academia, land activists, and all sorts of local movements.
Mm-hmm.
So together we basically realized that for us to go forward in addressing this issue that's affecting our continent, and we should make a network. We should be a strong network.
Yes.
A network that involves individuals from different countries as well, just to fight the issue of land grabs. And so from that time, we've been growing the coalition. We have about 62 members.
Mm-hmm.
And basically our activities are centered around advocacy and lobbying for land rights,
All right.
secure tenure rights, women's land rights as well.
Mm-hmm.
The protection of land rights as well, because these, land grabs really affect communities in a very big way through dispossessions, challenges
Absolutely.
with security, and a lot of adverse issues.
Okay. I like what you said about advocacy there in networking, and that's all it's all about, collaboration and getting the right people together in order to fight it.
Yes.
And in fact, I saw something that you posted on your group wall on Corruption Watch Connected's site about the statement that was made by the International Crime Court a couple of weeks ago, that they're going to start focusing on investigating crimes linked to environmental destruction and unlawful dispossession of land. What does that mean to you as a land rights activist?
Okay, well, it means a lot, because this implies a global action towards environmental crimes.
Yes.
Like I said, dealing with land grabs is it's a challenging issue, but to have a support system, like you said, collaborations are essential in this case.
Yes.
I think the ICC would play a major role in contributing to accountability and good governance and the responsible management of land, and the overall reduction in environmental crimes on the continent. So I think this is a great move, and I think it would be best if they could collaborate and close contact with local organizations like us to address these issues, to identify the areas where land grabs are,
to feed information of each other.
Exactly.
And all that. Okay. That's something that we'll be looking closely and see what you guys are working on that. So I'm sure you've seen in the news as well, with those allegations linked to the Kenyan Vice President William Ruto's allegations on corruption and land grabs. What are your views on that?
Well, allegations up until you can prove that, someone is seriously involved in these issues. But I think it's already a red flag that his name appears so much in so many corruption and land grab scandals. Like, for example, he was accused of trespassing 100-acre land that belonged to Mr. Muteshi. So it was a court issue, and he was then fined 5 million shillings, and he had to pay that fine. And also, he's also accused of trying to acquire this Langata primary school. A land grab has certain consequences. I mean, it's got certain implications like dispossession and all sorts. But to acquire land from a school would mean you're putting the students who go at that school in a certain position that is not okay. So, I mean, those are the kind of instances he's found himself in, and there's no doubt that these are land grabs or attempted land grabs or silent land grabs, if I can put it.
Oh, so this is a guy who's been in the news in the past as well.
He's been in the news. I guess he'll still be in the news.
Wow.
But like we said, fighting environmental crimes now is becoming a collaborative issue, and with support from the ICC, I think such instances definitely have to be looked into.
Okay, great. That is something that also we would like to know about on Corruption Watch Connected. And then here at home, the ANC Youth League has just petitioned the Constitutional Court in a bid to allow for expropriation of land without compensation. What does that mean? What is your stance there as Africa Land Grabs?
Well, as you know, land reform or land distribution has been a very debated, crucial issue for many years in South Africa due to its past and the history with land ownership and land governance for a majority of the population. So, I mean, the expropriation bill is a very critical tool, but I think the issue of compensation is something that still needs to be delved into. It's something that needs to be assessed more. It has implications, of course, but most of the arguments with compensation is how do you put a value to what has been lost, maybe, or how do you put a value to land. And even so, when compensation or redistribution takes place, are we ensuring that it's going to contribute to reduction in poverty? Are the people, the beneficiaries, do they have the capacity to manage the land that is going to be allocated back to them? It's those kind of issues. But I think overall it's a good move, but it's something that needs to be completely thought more on.
Okay, thank you so much, Hermaine, for joining us on The Lands. And we look forward to your contributions. Just keep us posted on what's going on out there, what you're doing next, your next moves, and getting all those people involved. So this is Hermaine. You can catch them on Corruption Watch Connected. They go by the name
Stop Africa Land Grabs.
Yes. And where else can we catch you?
You could also find us on Facebook as the African Coalition Against Land Grabs, just as it is.
Okay.
And you could also find us on Twitter at Africa Land Grabs, and you'll be sure to find more information there.
Okay, there we have it from Hermaine representing Africa Coalition Against Land Grabs. Catch us again on the next episode of The Lands.